What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Casper Chronicles. It's your boy Casper, and boy, do we have a deck for you. It's finally here. I opened the structure decks off of camera, and oh my gosh, I'm excited. I actually played this deck Thursday night. I think you're either going to see this on Friday evening or Saturday morning. If you're going to the regional in LA, good luck. And have fun as always. All right. Yeah, on Thursday, I went X3, which is unfortunate. But there are definitely some changes I did make. Spoiler: this is 100% pure. I do not play the adventure engine. It kind of takes away from the normal summon Aluber, kind of like normal summon Alistair in a sense, right? But we'll talk about that as we go along. I'm not gonna sit here and ramble till your ears start to bleed. So we're just gonna get right into the deck profile, and we'll talk as we go. Obviously, we're gonna do main deck first. Let's go. So, of course, 3 Aluber. It's kind of standard when you're playing pure. This is literally an Alistair to search any branded spell, not specifically the fusion spell, but like you can get branded opening, any branded spell or trap, right? Everyone should know. If not, you're gonna learn real fast. This is like really the main starter. Well, one of the main starters. Like, this is a way to get you to your branded fusion, right? 3 Tragedy. I was playing this at 2 on Thursday on the tournament, and I did miss the third one, so I ended up putting it in there. It's another way to get to Aluber in order to get to branded fusion. There in total, there's technically like 17 ways to get to branded fusion. So like we're looking for branded fusion because that's really the play. Yeah, that we play the 1 Dramaturge. It's a disruption. I mean, honestly, if you hard open branded fusion, you can hold normal Aluber and search for branded opening. And then just have branded opening set, or you can search for branded in red. But I mean, branded opening is an option. It depends on the situation. Like you can brand it in red, search branded red off of this, or search branded opening. Branded opening can bring this out if you're not going to use it for a fusion summon. You can bring this out in defense, and its effect is still live. I do like this. I considered Brendan at it too. But it really, you don't like you want to see it, but you don't want to see it. Like you have this guy as well. Like, honestly, you can even tribute summon this. Like, these two play the same purpose almost. Like, this is a negate. This is like a reborn for your fusions or any banished fusions, whatever. You gotta play one. Just have the versatility, but both of these you can literally tribute summon. It's all the same. Literally, you would tribute summon, like in the full combo, you would tribute summon Aluber and Albion. And then end phase, Albion would add branded or set branded red. You normally would set it, and then yeah, you have disruptions on your opponent's turn. All right. You gotta play those. This is this is like the way to get to Dragoon. I mean, some builds are playing Winda. Winda is pretty good. I did consider Winda. Dragoon is kind of like what I would like to play right now. But if Dragoon gets hit, Winda is definitely another option. Fallen of Elbas, like you play 2. I mean, like, yeah, branded infusion is hand, deck, or field. I think the field. Yeah, it's hand, deck, or field. Um, so if you hard open these, I mean, it sucks, but it's still live. Just very unfortunate. These could have been different cards. The second Fallen of Albas, like it's a way to, like, it's a super poly, but your opponent can respond to it, and like you can literally make almost anything. We'll talk about that more when we get to the extra deck. But I do like 2-in-1. I mean, obviously you don't want to play any more of this. I don't see a need to play 3, not yet. But I mean that is obviously subject to change. That's really it for all of the like Despia-esque monsters, Despia, Albaz, branded monsters. Onto the hand traps. We'll lay them all out and then we'll talk about each one. So I play a total of 10 hand traps. This is going to be very good in this format. I only play 10, but 3 Ash. It's going to be very, very important to hit Fusion Destiny, hit an important search card, so on and so forth. It's always versatile. It's really good. It's very good for branded fusion. You Ash the shit out of branded fusion, okay? If you don't have the Ash, you have the Bell for really anything, but like I like the main deck Bell just because like I feel like this deck is going to be a huge, like have a huge impact on this meta where like everyone's gonna try to play it, and I'd just rather be prepared for the mirror match as much as possible. Also being versatile, like Tri-Brigades in the format. I'm not sure off the top of my head if this hits Prank Kids or not. I haven't really played against Prank Kids that much, which I know I should definitely learn Prank Kids. But Tri-Brigades in the format that smacks the shit out of Revolt, hits this card, so on and so forth. It does hit Gamma too. These both hit Gamma, which is nice. The Moonlit, so with the Despias now, and really like other decks, like they're playing on your turn versus just their turn. They're playing on your turn. Veiler is only your turn, right? Or I'm sorry, it's only their turn. This is either their turn or your turn, and it burns if that card leaves the field, which is really it actually like came up a couple times yesterday, in time. As cheesy as it is, you can win in time. Like this deck does grind pretty well. It is mid-range. I do like it. But anyway, negate and burn if it leaves the field. Obviously, everybody knows what Effect Veiler does, and 2 imperm. So essentially, you have like five imperms or 5 Veilers, whatever you want to say, right? Imperm it's the only one that dodges talents. To be perfectly honest, like spoiler, we are playing cross out, and this is literally in here for a cross out target as literally all of these except for I mean Moonlit could technically hit this as well, but no one's really playing it right now. But literally all of this can hit this, and this is one of the this or branded fusion in this and branded branded fusion is the choke points. But yeah, that's really it for the hand traps. Surprise, surprise. We are playing the Phoenix Enforcer. Not a lot needs to be said about this. I really want the ultis. Looking for them. Hopefully I can get them soon. But yeah, like there's no need to explain. Crazy how there's no Scythe in this deck. There's no need for Scythe at all. So this is a little weird. I'm just kind of testing it out. So we have 3 cross out and a 1 called by. The mirror match is probably going to be a thing. You want to see this as much as possible. It obviously is gonna suck to open 2, but which probably will more than likely force me to cut it to 2. But right now I am gonna I'm trying 3 cross out and a call by, just because I really want to protect my branded fusion and or this. Because those are like the biggest choke points. Like anything else I can play through. Like Ogre I can play through, sure. Like if they Ogre this, okay, cool. I'm still gonna bring out Dragoon. But yeah. So for the branded stuff, the branded spells, 3 fusion, of course. This card's absolutely broken. You have 3 branded opening, the E-Telly, and it's a Banelinks in the Grave for fusion monsters. If it's gonna be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this instead. It does not activate. 2 branded in red. This is your way to bring out really anything. Honestly, I view this as the only way to bring out Chimera. I mean, unless you're playing like hard poly, which we're not. Like you could like it just costs 3 cards in your hand, or 2 cards in your hand. But I mean, you have to have a Despia or a Fallen of Albaz in your grave for this to be a legal activation. So it's weird. I like it at 2 though. And then I forgot. The 1 field spell. The field spell's pretty good actually. Like you can fusion summon, and then if a fairy, I think it's non-fusion. I always get this mixed up. If a face-up non-fusion fairy monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect or destroyed by battle, can target 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster in your graveyard and special it. So it's got a nice little revival. You don't want to open this. Like it's not really necessary. It's just another way to fusion. Like it's another thing you could grab off of Aluber. But yeah. Draw cards. 3 pot. You kind of have to play this. Your extra deck's like it's a lot of fusions, but it's literally another way to get to branded opening. Or God, why do I keep calling it branded opening? Branded fusion. I was playing this at 2. I did bump it to 3 for this list, just because like I wanted ways to see like a starter, or a way to get to branded fusion. All right, and then the 1-ofs: Foolish, Gold Sark, Harpies. So these 2 are a way to literally proc Tragedy. Because it just has to be either sent to the grave or banished by a card effect, or use this fusion material, right? To get a search to search a Despia monster. So these are in here just as an additional way to get to Tragedy, to get to Aluber, to get to branded fusion. So that's a thing, and I want main deck like Mystic Mine removal. Because yeah, it's. I thankfully didn't run into it yesterday, but I did play a couple of Eldritch matchups, and without the side, it was really hard to beat them. The second Eldritch match I did win in time, but I mean I feel like I could have feather dusted like game 1, and it would have been over pretty fast. Well, faster, because I had full combo. You have 5 back row. I had to just feather duster, did full combo, and tried to attack for game. So this could have been pretty lit game 1. So definitely gonna keep that in. That's it for the main deck. It is 44 cards. As much as I don't like it, I tried 40. I really tried to get it to 40, but there's some cards where you just have to play. And especially with like the Enforcer package, like it's okay to play more than 40 just because like you don't want to see your bricks. Like Dasher, Celestial, those lovely 2 beautiful bricks. But yeah, moving on to the extra deck. So 2 Albion. So this card, obviously you bring this out with Brand New Fusion the first to make the Dragoon or the Wind to play. It's, like I said, one of the choke points. You do want to play 2 because of another card in here that you can send to proc its effect, its second effect of if it's in the graveyard, that the end phase that it's in the graveyard, you can either add or set a branded spell or trap, which is pretty awesome. The second one really never came up. To be honest, the second one is usually sent to grave in some capacity if you can't get the first one to grave. For the new stuff, playing 2 Lubellion and 2 Mirror Jade. This is just another way to fusion summon to like shuffle back resources that you've banished off of this. Like you can make this, fusion summon this, and then discard a card, use this to shuffle whatever you need back into the deck and bring this out. And then this can use the effect to remove something to send this. That gives you access to Branded in red. You have plays. The only downside is like this is a soft once per turn, but it has to leave the field and then come back, right? Or like because you can only control 1. This card, it is pretty. It's pretty nice to have like the disruption, and the turn is sent to the grave, like it blows up your opponent's board. Bye, get rid of all that, right? That's actually pretty broken, and I do like that a lot. So for the other cards, 2 Chimera, play 2 Branded in red. You can honestly make this twice. I literally never saw the need for a second one. However, I never really got to Branded in red because it either got belled, or Branded in red got belled, or I never even got access to Branded in red to bring this out. Or when I did have Branded in red, I have a target in the grave. So it's very, very niche. Honestly, one of these is usually a target for prosperity, if I'm being honest. Despia's 2 Masquerade, 1 Quiritus. You only bring this out if you're trying to kill your opponent. You can bring double these out against Flunders and laugh at them while they try to establish a board and burn down to 0. So yeah, I thought about cutting this for a third one, but the third one really didn't come up. Like sitting on 2 of these, and like any deck like that plays the adventure is like I forget what the number is, but like 2 of these, like just the adventure engine, I think they have like 1,600 life points left or something like that. So they have like 2 card effects left before they can't activate anything or they die, which is pretty lit. I do like that a lot. Like I said, only for game. If this dies though, I think it's either by battle or card effect. If it leaves the field by a card effect, you can add or special summon with Fallen of Albaz or Despia monster from your deck. So you can either bring out a Luber, you can even bring out Fallen of Albaz and activate Albaz effect on summon, discard a card and super poly. That's actually kind of entertaining, but I've never done it. Like I literally brought this out one time yesterday. One time. So like it's literally only there to go for game. Of course you got to play the Dragoon if you're playing well, I mean, you can play this or you can play Window, one or the other. Obviously Enforcer because we're playing the Enforcer package. And that's it for the fusions. I only play 2 links. Anima, this is there's a combo with Tragedy to where you can make this. I can't remember the line of play at the moment, but it is there. It's a thing. This was Anaconda, but I saw literally no need to make Anaconda. Like you could make Anaconda like turn 2. Make branded send branded fusion to fusion like Anaconda and anything to make anything, to be honest. But I just felt that that was just like turn 2. So what I could do is instead I could just go Dark Charmer, like turn 2, turn 3, whatever. Go into Dark Charmer, take their DPE or some dark monster. Usually take their DPE, right, and just look at them and watch them resolve DPE effect without DPE in the grave. So they got to bring out Dasher or Celestial, and they're probably gonna bring out Dasher, sure, right? It's a new thing. I did not like Anaconda, believe it or not. Just because like turn 1 you're not making Anaconda, like it's too. Like Anaconda's more reasonable in the Brave build, but this is more turn 3-esque. So, but yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed. If there's anything that you think we could change, please let me know down in the comments. I'm really open to changes. I really want to find the correct ratio. It's very interesting to play. It's fun to play, that's for sure. It's just, yeah, it's kind of like Invoke Shaddoll. Like if you misplay, you will get punished, and this deck will tell you, hey, you made the wrong play. Like for example, last night, well, Thursday night, right? I did Branded in red, and I was supposed to make Masquerade, but for whatever reason, I don't play it anymore, but I made Draco's Despia. Why, I have no clue. But like simple things like that, if I would have made Masquerade, my opponent would have had to play different, and I could have potentially won that game. But I made Draco's Despia for whatever reason, and I got beat. But yeah, I'm done rambling. This video is already going to be long. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to support the channel, please consider subscribing, turning on that notification bell, so that way you're notified when we do more videos like this. And yeah, as always, until next time, it's your move.